What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cam. I just want to give feedback on the Mavericks versus the Bucks game today, and the Mavericks finally got the dub, which is really cool. But it's just preseason. But next week really matters. Is next week is the first regular season game next Thursday as the Mavericks take on the San Antonio Spurs, and then at home. Then this next Saturday as the Mavericks take on the Phoenix Suns, and both of them games should be a good one. And I want to talk about some of the stats for today from the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving had 14. Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and Klay Thompson had 11. And Jaden Hardy had 10 points today. So those are the guys that went in double figures today. But I do want to talk about how the first quarter went. So Kyrie Irving actually had 10 points within like 12 minutes. So he was looking pretty good. But Klay Thompson, he actually struggled in the first quarter. He went like 0 for 4, but in the second quarter, he did all right. He actually scored 11 points within the second quarter. So far, Clay's still trying to figure out his rhythm and see how he fits with the Mavericks. And, he's with the Warriors for 11 seasons, and now things have just changed with him coming to the Mavericks. And again, he hasn't been the same since all these injuries and everything, but he's still one of the best shooters in the league right now so far, and honestly, he looked pretty good in that second quarter. He hit like 2 or 3 3 pointers in the second quarter. But overall, I thought he was gonna play the third quarter, but obviously not since the Mavericks were up by like 19 or 20 at half. But that's okay. Don't want to risk the injury, but Luka Doncic actually didn't play tonight. He was still pretty much recovering from his calf injury, but he's feeling good. He actually has been practicing with the team, but he will be ready to go next Thursday as the Mavericks take on the San Antonio Spurs. And I do want to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks upcoming season 2 as Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez, and Damian Lillard and Bobby Portis were all out today just to rest for the upcoming season. So, but Chris Middleton actually had surgeries on both his ankles over the summertime, but they did say that he's feeling good. He's feeling better. He'll be ready to go next week. And the Milwaukee Bucks have failed for the past 2 seasons due to injuries, and they've been firing their 2 coaches for the past 2 seasons. And now Doc Rivers took over as the head coach, and now Darvin Ham is now the assistant for the Bucks after he was fired from the head coach from the Lakers. And honestly, I do think this could be Giannis' last season with the Milwaukee Bucks. If they do fail again, and they're talking about New York as one to pick him up for next season, and what's even crazier, I said this before, the Mavericks, I'm going to want to try to get him next season if he fails again with the Bucks. And I honestly think they will go into a rebuild next season if they fail again this upcoming season. But at least he's able to get one ring with the Bucks. So, and I think Milwaukee is the best. They're the best team in the East that has a chance to beat the Boston Celtics if they can stay healthy. And I think the Knicks have a little bit of a chance too. But we'll have to see what happens. And what happened was from last season was that Damian Lillard actually hurt his Achilles going into the playoffs. And then Giannis gets hurt for the second year in a row onto the playoffs, and that's how they was like losing the first round for the past 2 seasons, you know. But we'll have to see what happens. But I do think Milwaukee can possibly go to at least the conference finals or maybe to the finals if they stay a healthy team. And Damian Lillard actually requested a trade during that summer last season. Actually didn't come to the Milwaukee Bucks until like preseason was over with, and so it took a while to figure out the chemistry. But obviously they do play together well, and they do work together well. And I think Milwaukee Bucks could possibly finish third place again. Because you got New York Knicks too, so they might finish second. But it's either the Knicks or the Bucks gonna finish second or third. So it'll be interesting. But I definitely see the Boston Celtics finishing first place again, just because they're too a powerful team. The Boston Celtics are just too good in the East. But and Philly does have may do something this year with Paul George added to the team, but only problem is Joel Embiid has been having some serious injuries lately, and we'll have to see what happens. And well, plus you got Tyrese Maxey too, and Tyrese Maxey is definitely a good player to step up for the Sixers. And I do want to talk. I do want to think about how the defense is going to be for the Mavericks, and I think it will be interesting with Clay starting on the floor, but there is a little bit of concerns on defense with Clay Thompson, and but you got Gafford and Derek Lively going to be rotating centers during the games, but it will be interesting like how who's going to be like the starter each game, and just all depends on the matchups and who the Mavericks play. But I definitely see Derek Lively being the starter for the next week against the San Antonio Spurs, just because he's bigger than Gafford and they're going to really need him. And to be totally honest, but I'm excited for this upcoming season. It's going to be interesting, but you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, it's definitely going to be stronger this year. And now with Isaiah Hartenstein being added to the team, and Alex Caruso being added, and now they got some size now to the team. But no one predicted that Oklahoma City would finish first place last year. That was just totally unexpected. It was like from the year before they were a playing team, and the Oklahoma City Thunder is the second youngest team in the league, and they're definitely gonna be a big problem. But I do believe the Oklahoma City Thunder will finish first place this year, just because like how well they developed last year. But it'll be the West is just a tough conference. The West is just very tough. It's just full of talent, and I think so I think my prediction will be us maybe finishing second or third, but we'll just have to see. But fourth, I probably have to say the Denver Nuggets, and then fifth I will say maybe the Phoenix Suns, and then sixth I would say probably the Memphis Grizzlies, is with Zach Edey being added to the team, and it's definitely going to be interesting how the Western Conference goes, because the West is just too strong. But I believe Dallas has the chance to get back to the finals, but it will be very challenging because Oklahoma State's going to come back better. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be very interesting in how they play, how it goes with Carney Towns being gone. But I don't know. It's too hard to tell who's going to finish what place in that, just because the West is just the West, and with Carl Anthony Towns being gone, it's just Minnesota's not going to be as good from last year. And I honestly think the Timberwolves should not have traded Towns. They should have kept him. But it will be interesting how the season goes. But I can't wait for this upcoming season. But so that includes my broadcast. So y'all have a blessed night, and y'all be safe out there. God bless y'all.